Let's review the course and the syllabus for IS 8200, Legal and Ethical Issues in IS. As you're listening to this video, I encourage you to open the course syllabus and follow along. The learning outcomes include determine how to contact instructor, describe how to ask questions, review course objectives and learning outcomes, evaluate the time commitment required, explain how to submit assignments, review assignments and weightings, explore the layout of each module on D2L, list important dates, and explore classroom policies. Let's start with how to contact me. The preferred method of contact is awozy@kennesaw.edu. D2L won't allow me to respond automatically to your messages, so I don't use it. All of the course information is available at d2l.kennesaw.edu. My office is KSU Center 410. However, I'm rarely there. I may be at the main campus or working from home. I'm glad to meet you in person or online. Let me know a few days and times at work, and I'll find a time to meet with you. If you have questions, post them on the Q&A discussion board. Then if you know the answer to a question asked, then answer it. Don't wait for me to answer it. Finally, you want to know how to pronounce my name? It's my husband's fault. He is of Eastern European and Polish heritage. The way I pronounce it is Wozinski. However, most students just call me Dr. Amy, and that's fine with me. You can call me Amy if you like. Let's look at the course objective and learning outcomes. This course looks at legal issues such as intellectual property, privacy, and product liability. Those issues permeate the contemporary IS organizations and remain ahead of laws. As IS professionals, we have to remain vigilant and stay ahead of the curve. In this course, we will look at the basic legal and ethical issues in technology management. The learning outcomes include identify major trends in intellectual law and policy, prepare research on contemporary ethical legal issues in IT, investigate emerging ethical issues in IT, evaluate strategies for protecting data and technology assets, develop plans to address legal and ethical issues in IT. The summer semester. I only have to teach for 8 weeks instead of 15 weeks in the regular semester. Woohoo! Uh-oh. I still have to grade the same number of assignments in 8 weeks as in 15 weeks. Guess what? You have to do the same work in 8 weeks as you would do in 15 weeks as well. Evaluate your schedule and make sure you have the time necessary to do the work required. Assignments should be submitted in APA format, and please proofread them before you turn them in to me and before you submit them to the discussion boards. Due dates are listed for each assignment. You'll see them in the calendar. They'll be in the modules for that week, and I often send a reminder via announcements as well. You need to submit by the due date. Everything will be posted at the beginning of the semester. So if you have a vacation or a wedding or you'll be traveling, do the work in advance. If D2L won't accept it, neither will I. So do not email it to me. All work should be individual. You're not allowed to work with anyone else in the class outside of the boundaries set on the study guides for Exam 1 and Exam 2. There are 4 major components of the assignments in this class. First is the discussion board postings and responses worth 25%, or 25 points of your final grades. There are 9 discussion board postings. The introduction discussion board is worth 2.76 points, and the other 8 discussion board postings and responses are worth 2.78 points each, broken down into 2.224 points for the posting and 0.556 for the response. Note that I don't grade the discussion board postings until after both the post and response are completed for a topic. Exam 1, which occurs about halfway through the course, covers chapters 1 through 5. There's an associated study guide for Exam 1. I strongly urge you to complete the study guide prior to taking Exam 1. The research paper is worth 35% of your grade. Components of the research paper include submitting your topic, 1.5 points, completing an annotated bibliography, 3.5 points, and the final research paper, 30 points. Start working on your research topic as soon as possible. A research paper requires significant time and effort, including time to think through what you want to say, time to proofread and revise, and time to read articles related to the topic. This is a significant undertaking, as noted by the weighting of the research paper in terms of the final grade. Finally, Exam 2 covers chapters 6 through 10 and is worth 20% of the final grade. There is an associated study guide for Exam 2. I strongly urge you to complete the study guide prior to taking Exam 2. Now let's turn to how the material is divided for this course. There are 10 modules that are loosely grouped around relevant topics. At the top of the module in D2L is an estimated time to complete all activities associated with the module. The estimated time does not include review and reflection, which is an important component of learning. Note that estimated times to complete are just that, approximations or estimations. Your time may vary depending on how long it takes you to read and complete assignments. Each module includes a set of learning outcomes. These outcomes are different from the overall course learning outcomes, but do overlap with them and look in more depth at each issue. After the learning outcomes, you'll see a checklist. The checklist includes everything that is needed for you to complete the module. I don't check the checklist. It's for you to use if you choose to do so, but it's not required. Next, you will see links to the assignments, exams, and/or discussion board postings responses for the respective module. Next are the instructor videos for each module. Videos range from a low of about 6 minutes to a high of about 30 minutes. Most instructor videos are 10 to 20 minutes long. Each chapter is divided into sections. Please note that I cover substantially more information than the book provides for each chapter. I advise you to watch each of the videos, but you can't do it all at once. Watch one and then take a break, then watch another. That also gives you reflection so that you have time to think about the issues in more detail. Finally, you have the external resources. These include YouTube and other external videos, along with short readings and articles. I expect that you will complete each activity and review every section of each module. There are a few special dates that you need to be aware of. Winter assignments due at 11:59 on Sundays. Please plan accordingly. The last day to withdraw without academic penalty is June 22nd, 2018. The last day of class is July 21st, 2018, with the final being due the next day, 7/22/2018. If you need special assistance or accommodations, please let me know. Now we move to classroom policies. This course is entirely online. It's also asynchronous, meaning that we have no scheduled meeting days or times. You do have a due date each week to submit assignments by Sundays at 11:59 p.m., but how you get there is up to you. Allocate your time according to your schedule so that you can complete all assignments on time. I will follow KSU's non-discrimination policy and go even further. I won't discriminate against anybody at all, no matter your race or color or creed or national origin or religion or sexual orientation or sex or veteran status or disability or age or gender identity or anything else you can possibly think of. I believe our classroom discussions are strengthened with listening to people who are different from us in any way. Different major, different experience, different marital status, different responsibilities, different aspirations. And that's what makes class discussion so much more meaningful. Tell me about your experiences and I'll share my experiences based on qualities that I have that may be the same or different than you. I'll do my best to listen to you even if I don't agree with you. And we are all adults and may decide to agree to disagree. Great, it makes the discussions more meaningful. However, I do have one bias, and I admit it freely. Are any of you UGA fans or like those dogs? I'm a Georgia Tech grad, and I hate UGA. Of course, I don't really discriminate against you. It's harder to see sarcasm or catch it in my voice. If I'm in person, it's easier. Please do participate in discussions. You'll each be assigned to groups of 4 to 6 students, and those are the only postings you'll see during the semester after the introduction discussion board, which is open to the entire class. I'll randomly assign you to the groups, and I hope that you get to talk to people with different viewpoints and perspectives than your own. Want to reach me? You know what to do. Don't use D2L email. Send it to awozie@kennesaw.edu. I'll respond within 2 business days, and I expect you to do the same with my messages. If you don't hear back from me by day number 3, you should resend, since it's possible your message was flagged as spam or lost in a sea of mail. Let's look at a couple of institutional policies that apply to the classroom. I expect you to read and review all the policies in the syllabus, but there are a couple that I'd like to expand upon. Academic integrity. Don't do it. Submit only your own work. If it's someone else's direct quote, then put quotes around it and cite it. If it's their idea, give them credit by using an inline text citation. This is a very important part of your student citizenship, so to speak. Demonstrate your personal integrity by clearly delineating what is yours from what is others. In this class, the minimum penalty is a grade of 0 on the assignment in question, and possibly a grade of F in the course, depending on the egregious nature of the offense. Student conduct and academic integrity may become involved, and you could be expelled from the university. If you have questions about giving proper credit, ask me before you turn in the paper. And don't wait until the last minute to submit assignments, or you'll be tempted to use too much of the work of others. I want to see how you interpret what others have said. If I want to know what they say, I'll go and read their article. Let's move to a more positive topic, I hope, course evaluations. You know what these are, don't you? They allow you to provide constructive feedback on your instructor and the course. I read every single one of these comments and evaluations, as does my chair. I try to improve the course over time based on your comments. The book you have now, it's a result of listening to feedback from students and finding a book that was a better fit for the topic. Now, please don't put the book sucks or the instructor sucks. That's not very constructive and doesn't allow me to make any improvements. Provide constructive feedback. What did you like? What could be better? I truly value your opinion and do my best to respond to student comments over time in an effort to continuously improve the course. To summarize, use kennesaw.edu to contact me, not D2L. Use Q&A discussion board to ask and answer questions. If you know the answer, go ahead and respond. Don't wait on me. Evaluate time needed for the summer semester. It's intense, but doable with proper planning. Submit assignments in APA format by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. No late or make-up assignments. If D2L won't accept it, neither will I. Modules are laid out in a consistent manner. Review them and let me know if you have questions or if you notice inconsistencies. You need to review every item on every module. If not, you may miss important points.